Here's Rich again. Oh, whack.
Bit of an opening here. Wellingham.
Just that the bump was dead.
When I first got to Essendon, Kevin Sheedy often spoke about how it's a ruthless game, it's a tough game, and you won't survive in it if you haven't got a hard edge about you.
Bounces it. Oh, big bounce on Gaff. Welcome to footy. And he bounced up like a rubber ball.
And that was something that resonated with all of us coming through, and that was about our tackling skills, but also our ability to execute the bump. I just want to take a look at the best deliverers of the bump in my time playing and watching the game of football. At number 5, I rate John Worsfold as one of the best deliverers of the hip and shoulder. John was like the silent assassin. Didn't say much out on the football field, but when you knew he was coming. And I know, speaking to guys like Mark Harvey, who were tough footballers, they said John made you pay more so than anybody.
Peeling off in defence, Worsfold collides out there with Pretiot.
It was just the rate of knots that he came charging off the half-back flank at and with, and just had such a big, strong upper body. John, as I said, didn't say much with his words, but gee, did he hurt you with his body.
Oh, courage by Archer, and it gets taken out. Nothing forward from the umpire.
At number 4, I've got a guy that some may raise their eyebrows at, but I've got Gary Ablett Sr. as number 4. It's not the traditional hip and shoulder that you might see, but it's how hard he hit the players standing in his way at full forward when he let out. He'd just take the whole pack.
In they come. Ablett getting aggressive. He wants to upset something.
Is looking for Ablett.
Who could forget the moment where Robert DiPierdomenico, one of the also tough men of AFL football, was standing in the hole. Ablett's just come charging through, hit Dipper, and Dipper ended up with a punctured lung and had to play out that grand final in a fair bit of pain. So Ablett, yeah, he did it in a different way. It was just as effective. At number 3, I have Dermot Brereton. Dermot, I think, executed the bump as well as just about anybody could. He just got nice and low and would hit players in the perfect position. Derm copped as many as he gave out. So, we saw in the 89 grand final, they went after Derm because of that reason. Derm could charge off the line at centre forward, and he just knew, all the players around him, that whether it was a good midfielder or what, he could hurt someone in a fair way for his team, and that was something that Geelong wanted to stop in that 89 grand final.
Yates came off the wing and went straight for Dermot Brereton. Dermot's down on his knees, as you can see.
But I'll never forget his hit on Paul van der Haar. I was at the game. It was one of my first footy matches I went to see. Ended van der Haar's day, but for that time, the perfectly executed bump.
By all the...
At number 2, I have Mark Prosciutto. I actually debuted against the Adelaide Crows at the MCG, and my first ever handball in league footy, I gave it off, and I felt this big gush of wind, and I looked across, and there was number 32, Mark Prosciutto. I'm fortunate he missed me, because I don't think I would have seen the rest of the game.
Lined up Christo from a long, long way.
So you have to brace yourself really strongly when you're around Mark Prosciutto. And I'll never forget his hit on Dean Kemp. Wouldn't have got away with it in today's footy. He would have crossed the line, but back then it was fair, just with the way the game was being played. But such a huge body, as hard as they came, and he was a player that played footy the right way, extremely tough.
Prosciutto upends momentarily his former teammate Stenglein. Now he wants to go on with it.
At number 1, I don't think it'll come as a surprise to too many that I have Byron Pickett.
Making 50, Pickett comes to it. Collision, Pickett just went straight through Sanderson.
Byron had such great timing with the way he got you, whether even it was in the chest or at times he crossed the line because he made so much head contact.
He goes,
Back in the day, again, was accepted, which wouldn't be now, but actually there were some beauties as well.
Pickett and Hodge collide. Hodge, though, soaked it up initially, but he's hurting. Pickett's got another victim.
As a teammate, you would have just loved playing the game with Byron Pickett because, as I said, he just made you walk taller. He executed extremely well, and he was tough. It actually hurts when you were actually delivering those bumps as well, but he feared no one, did Byron Pickett.
He's bowled a few over this year.